Good morning, everybody. Well, today is hold on. All right, let's see if it works now. It's not. Maybe now. All right, so, all right, volume all the way up. So today is Princess Diana, Princess of Wales' 61st birthday in heaven. So if we can all take a moment of silence for her, it would be greatly appreciated. All right, so a lot of things have been going on this week. Welcome the 1st of July. Let's see. Like I said, there's a lot of stuff going on. A lot of stuff that's been happening. And a lot of people talking out their ass. And to me, it's not even believable. Like, I can't believe half the shit that is being said. Let's see. So we have JSB talking about that she knows Summer was assaulted, let's just say, on the 12th, I think it was. Dates and me don't get along, so if I say the date wrong, just correct me. And then now she was saying again that AB was selling meds to 110 Ben Hill Road. I don't know who exactly he was selling to, but supposedly he was selling to them for girls, to sedate girls. So they, in fact, can be assaulted. Now, it's hard to believe. It really is. It's hard to believe anything that JS says. Considering like a week, not even a week ago, she came out and said it was posted on the 15th, not the 12th. That she knows for a fact that this was going on. Okay, but you also said that Andy said he saw Summers body this Saturday, which I don't know if it was the Saturday after or the Saturday before, but you claim that he saw it and he told your daughter. I think that's who you said he told. Okay. Lie. In my opinion, it was a lie. And then you come out a week ago and said that you've been feeding everybody bullshit. Bunch of lies. So how is it that we're supposed to believe you about this now? You done told us straight up you tell us lies. So why does everybody believe in this? And they're still on this picture with Summer sleeping on. She was sleeping on the milk. She was very alive in that picture. I've had several nurses, doctors tell me that child looked like she was sick. Nothing less. And I sure will believe them over anybody on Ben Hill Road. Okay, and then I was watching something this morning from Don B. Now we know me and Don B are not the hello, my beautiful, amazing, kind sweetheart. And we all know I'm not very on Don B. Not in the least. Like me and him bump heads religiously. But so he came in a video 2 days ago talking about Candace looked good, like she looked healthy. And so people were trying to make it as that he was crushing her. No, masses. He was just stating that he'd seen her and she didn't look like what she looked like a year ago, I'm guessing. So then he made a video talking about somebody messaged him talking about Candace is trying to stay clean and sober. She's trying to do what she can to get the kids back. And then he went off and started being a dick, talking about, well, if they give them back, we got questions. First off, none of your business. It is, no matter what you people say, if CPS wants to give them babies back to their mama, they're going to do it. Nothing y'all are going to say to change their mind. If she stays sober, if she can give clean urine samples to make sure she's not on any kind of drugs or alcohol, if she does the classes like she's supposed to, why give her that chance to have her children back? If she doesn't stay with Don, why not give her that chance to get her children back? Now, all the shit that people are constantly saying about the lady, and I say yes, I say poor lady because she's been ridiculed, she's been accused, she's been slandered, defamed, she's been everything, and none of us know exactly what happened before the summer. None of us. So if she doesn't do what she needs to get the boys back in her home, then why aren't we encouraging her to do the right thing? I don't know. I mean, people might say I'm stupid for thinking like that, but you know what? That's just me. That's my opinion. Nothing I say in my videos pertains for you guys to have to listen or follow or agree with me. That is why everybody has their own opinions. Everybody deserves to be heard, whether they're right or wrong. If you think they're wrong, and we just got it like that. Like, you know, she watches YouTube. You know, she's constantly watching what is being said. And there's very few of us on the spectrum that want to see her do good, that actually do want the best for their kids, and want to see her do better for the kids. And if that's what she's going to do, let her do it. If she has that chance to be back with her babies, let her be back with them babies. But yes, I agree, she needs a better stable environment for them. She needs to definitely have some kind of parenting classes. Because we know, you know, she, good morning, Kimmy. Thank you, sweetie. But I think she deserves that. Like, with the shit that she's been through in this past year, man, I don't even know how she can even bring herself to even walk out the front door. Because me, if that was me and I was put in her position, I would be in bed, not even wanting to see the light of day. Honestly, I wouldn't want to see the light of day because I don't know if I would be coming or going. And you know, she thought she had friends that kind of just turned on her and tripped on her. And, you know, that's not fair either because that's saying, who are we to judge somebody else for their misfortunes or their shortcomings? Or, I don't know. It's just, oh, well, thank you. I'm glad you're listening, love. It's just, it just doesn't, I mean, we can't down somebody for the rest of their lives. If they are trying to do better, we've got to be there. We've got to be like, yes, do better. Like, give her some incentive to do it. The kids, if the kids are all that she has, I don't know. I mean, I would want the incentive. I would want people to be like, well, if you can do it, do it. Like, if, you know, if you feel like you can do it, then do it. Like, I wouldn't want somebody to constantly be bashing me and just always on my ass, like constantly. It's crazy. I do actually feel really sorry for her because I try to put myself in her shoes and walk that line and try to understand what she's going through, and will continue going through. You know, it's not fair for us to constantly be on her ass and degrading her, defaming her, bad, whatever. And she's out there actually trying to do the right thing. Well, maybe that's what got her on that path, was all the negativity towards her. But at the same time, if she's doing better, we need to do better for her. Like, we need to be on, like, everybody's like, oh, I'm on Summerside, I'm on Summerside. But don't you guys realize that Summer was on her mother's side, and on her father's side? Summer wouldn't, I mean, God forbid she does come back one day and she gets old enough to watch all these videos. What is she going to think of you people that supposedly love this little girl so much? What do you think she's going to think about all these people that sit there and constantly bash her parents? Whether it's true or not. A child doesn't want to hear that shit. They don't want to know that shit. Like, they already know, they've been through the shit. So why are you going to keep, I don't know. I think it's time for people to start talking about something else, honestly. Like, really, y'all need to reevaluate evaluate your own fucking lives and your own fucking living situations, because not all of you live in the best fucking place. Not all of you live in glamorous lifestyles. I mean, maybe some. I'm not saying everybody. I'm just saying probably about 80%. Like, you guys are talking shit for them living in a house that wasn't completely finished yet because they were fixing it up. But some of you live in campers. Some of you live in apartments. And you can't tell me what you rent is in the best conditions, because there are so many damn slumlords out there that don't give a fuck about it. All they want is their money. No, ma'am, I have not received no emails. When did you send it out? trying to, when I noticed the message yesterday in my live, I tried to, I went back and looked and I did not see it. When did you send it, sweetheart? Because you know I always read everything you send me, and and most of the time I reply. So if I didn't reply, that means I either didn't see it or I haven't read it. And I have your emails starred, so as soon as they come in, it would be the first one to show me. Try to resend it if nothing else, babe. I'm looking through it right now, and I'm all the way back on June 23rd already. The last one I received from you, baby, was May 24th. Yeah, the last one I got was the 24th of May, Kim. But back to what I was saying about Candace, like, we just need to give her a chance. If she's willing to do it, we need to stick behind her and give her that chance to prove herself. She may prove herself to where she's wrong or we're wrong. I hope she proves most of us wrong. I'm on her side. I've always been on her side until I'm always innocent until proven guilty. I don't believe anything out of the way has happened to them. And everybody says, what about the guilty knowledge? Well, I said something last night about the guilty knowledge in my life. To me, the guilty knowledge is she fell asleep and she was supposed to be in, watching the kids. Or, maybe she said to the oldest one, I'm going to take a nap, watch the younger ones. And they slept a little too long. When she woke up, summer was gone. That's my thing, but I don't know. But I really don't know. I really, really, really don't know. I wasn't there. Then again, if I was there, Summer would have never went missing. But I believe everybody deserves that chance. Because to me, CPS is a joke anyway. They're not going to worry about what you have to say, what I have to say, or the next person has to say. They're worried about what the law says, TBI says. If they say give them a chance, give them a chance. Obviously, you guys know my thoughts. I feel like Hawkins County is in on Summer's disappearance. I don't care what anybody says. I really strongly feel they have something to do with it. Whether it be the sheriff or the constable, one of them have something to do with Summer's disappearance. And that's my thought, and my thought on like, I don't see a lot of people agreeing with me on that. But I believe she deserves some kind of a chance. She deserves some kind of a chance. Now, I'm kind of hoping that when Don gets out of jail, they don't get back together. I don't think they're good together. I think she needs to just concentrate on doing what she has to do to get them boys back. And if and when Summer comes home, so Summer can be back there. Because we know if Summer comes home now, there's no chance in hell that baby is going back to her mama. Ain't no way in hell. So we've got to look at it at like that standpoint too. Once again, I want to wish Princess Diana, Princess of Wales, a very happy birthday in heaven. I hope it is all that you thought it would be up there. You deserve to have the best of the best for eternity. And then there's this also rumor going around that Jose is with Summer Wells in July of 2021. How is that even possible when she went missing June 15th of 2021? That is a whole fucking month later. Like, where did that even come from? Jose was either in South Carolina by that time or Alaska. He was nowhere near Tennessee. I think it's harsh reality, y'all. So, we don't know what's true and what's not true. So, Maisie, got any questions? You ain't been on in a while, so I know you have questions. You want to come up and talk? Okay, so why would you do a live if you're still waiting on information? That's bullshit. So he's saying Dudley was around. Dudley's saying that he saw Jose around the time Summer went missing. First off, how the fuck does he even know who Jose is? He's never seen Jose. So that tells me you're just going off the narrative of what you've heard on YouTube. Jose may rest in peace as well. Maisie. First off, Jose's not going to be back around Don after they got into that fight. Remember? there was that fight between Don and Jose. He wasn't allowed back there. So Don was home within the weeks leading up to Summer's disappearance. I think he got back in the beginning of June. The person that told you this bullshit, harsh, to your ass. When was that video put out? That was recently, I believe. I mean, it would be so much easier if people just came out and told what they really know, what the truth is. You know what I'm saying? Not that bullshit shit that you guys are pulling off as the truth. No, because I don't know how many times I've said there's a lot of shit that's out there that I do not believe one word of. Not one word of. And so AB also said that he didn't know nothing about Summer being gone until he got home from work that day. But that's not what JSB told us, is it? I didn't quite catch the live last night between BHB and Shared. Did anybody else catch it? Because I sure didn't. I didn't watch it. I do not like BHB, and I'm learning how to tolerate Share. um, yeah, it was called Off the Tracks with Bullhorn Benny, 110 Ben Hill Road. She faced the monsters I talked to. Like, no, dude, like, I'm just so wishy washy on it because JSB is okay. So JSB supposedly knew Summer was assaulted the night of June 12th and did nothing. Maybe she did nothing because she didn't know anything. Could that be a possibility? Y'all are so quick to fucking believe what the hell that bitch says. I'm sorry, JSB, you are a bitch for the lies you fucking tell. You know, after you coming out saying that everything, you know, you've been feeding the internet a bunch of bullshit, how is anybody supposed to believe anything that comes out of your mouth now? I still want to know why the dog's alerted at your feet. Like, was that a drug dog? Or was it really a search and rescue dog? Or a cadaver dog? Like, I don't know what dog it would be to start to do that at your feet. Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. But I think we're going to listen to Michelle Walk's video from today because I have not watched it yet. I've been waiting for it to come on, and it just came on like maybe 30 minutes ago. Came out. So she's running kind of late here the last few days. Where did it go? And JLR, he's been putting out shit daily. Like, what the fuck are you still doing in Tennessee? And people don't want you out there. And then it made me laugh because one of the interviews he did, and people said, "Oh, I'm talking to the news person, the reporter person." I'm sorry, he is not no reporter. Not a reporter. What's he a reporter for? YouTube? And we're all reporters because you're actually in Tennessee. No, you're going You're going in and hearing the same shit over and over and over again because all of them people in them hollers are tight. The same story is going to be going around. It's not, you're not going to hear different stories. It's all going to be about the parents. The parents did something. The parents did something. The parents did something. Prove to me that the parents did something, damn it. Where is the proof? Ow. It doesn't make any sense. Where is the fucking proof? Where is the proof? I really want to know where the fucking proof is. Stop playing games and tell me where the fucking proof is. Stop with all your speculations and theories. Tell me where the fucking proof is. Show me the proof. That's all I'm asking for. I don't know. I don't know what to think anymore. I really don't. All right, now I gotta find that thing Michelle did. I can't find it. It was up on the top. Let me refresh it. Find it again. Maisie, are you still here? There it is. All right. Roberta Laundrie. That request to dismiss the case has been denied by the judge. So if this goes forward to trial, it's likely to be August 2023 when that trial starts.
The laundries can also appeal and stuff, so there's a long way to go. WFLA did a very informative live stream, so I've put a link to the replay of that on my community wall. JB Bruno had a lawyer on, so he can tell you in a lot more detail than I can all of the pitfalls and things that the Petito Smith family are likely to encounter from now on. Secondly, in the Dylan Rounds case, it's not connected to Dylan Rounds at the moment. It's just interesting. So I'm going to keep an eye on that, and a link to East Idaho News. They did a short video on this. That's also on my community wall. And finally, in relation to community posts, channel members will know that Cassie chewed up my fancy pants lapel mic yesterday. I don't know why. She's never chewed anything since she was a puppy. She took a liking to the work of a sick mind, quite frankly. But I am. Now, when I say confession, I mean another version of events is Jodie Sue Brown. By the time I became aware of this, as I was spending yesterday watching videos and things about the Dylan Rounds case, Jodie Sue had already privated the video in which she made a confession. Now, when I say confession, I mean another version of events of what might have happened to Summer Wells. What she said was disgusting and the work of a sick mind, quite frankly. But I am going to give you my opinion. If you want to hear what she said, Crown and Mama did a stream reviewing it, so you can hear Jodie Sue's words. I'm sure other channels have also got it, but I got the clip that I put on Michelle Walks yesterday. I got that from Crown and Mama's channel, so I'll leave a link to her channel in the description box. Right, so what did she say that was so disgusting and just the work of one sick puppy? Well, she was annoyed. She was biting back because Andy, her ex, Andy Bernard, had the audacity to go on live stream with Crowdsourced Illuminations, CSI, who's been speaking to Andy for quite a while now. Now, the live that Andy did was mainly small talk. Andy was working, so just mainly small talk. There was a few questions asked that related to Summer Wells and what his opinion was of June 15th, 2021, the day Summer disappeared. But there was nothing especially shocking. He didn't make any huge revelations. He was pretty careful in what he said. So I don't know what set Jodie Sue off. So what she's saying is that Andy was supplying drugs to the Wells children. Summer's brothers were 12, 11 and 9 at the time Summer disappeared, June 2021. So how were children of that age managing to buy drugs? So she went on to say that Andy was actually supplying Candice for the children so that she could sedate them. She mentioned girls in the plural. So the question becomes, who were the girls, according to Jodie Sue? Well, Summer was one, but who else? Now, not going to name any names, but there was a little girl that was staying at Summer's house in the days previous to her disappearance. So are we talking about that girl or other girls? Okay, so that's one thing. Then she went on to say And this is the thing that I thought was absolutely vile in doing this. She claimed that one of the Wells boys, the eldest of Summer's brothers, was abusing Summer. And this is why Don took him to Utah.
Okay, so I'm going to stop that right there. So that was not the reason why he took the boy. That's not why he took the oldest to Utah. The reason why he took the oldest to Utah is supposedly one of the little friends of Summers that was staying over, he inappropriately touched that little girl. And instead of going to the law with it, Don was like, please don't, I will take him out of state so it doesn't happen again. I'm sorry, da da da. And that's why he was in Utah for 3 months. So it had nothing to do with him touching Summer.
And the other 3 kids, the 2 brothers and Summer, stayed in Tennessee with Candace. Now, there has been speculation previous to this as to why the eldest boy went to Utah with Don, and there were rumblings that it was due to something he was doing to a girl, a particular girl. I don't talk about this stuff on this channel because if it's true, it's a matter for law enforcement. This young man is very much a minor. He was actually only 11 in the summer of 2020 when he went to Utah. So Jodie Sue is talking about a young child in this way. She says that these drugs were to sedate Summer so she could be SA'd. And she found out that Andy was supplying drugs to the Wells children a few days before Summer disappeared. However, she said that she wasn't aware of the SA until after she disappeared. But that doesn't make sense, does it? Because she said she knew why the eldest brother was taken to Utah. So, had she known about this alleged abusive behaviour since 2020? Now, I don't believe this.
Thank you.
She says that Ellie should be aware of it. Has she reported this to Ellie? If so, why is Andy Bernard not in jail?
Because
or at least
she is not a credible witness.
Question.
We all know this, that she is not a credible witness. The Ellie debunks everything that she says, and that is another reason why I can't figure out why everybody believes her, or even, for that matter, half-assed listens to her. Like I said, she's done nothing but lied through this whole entire year. So why should we start listening to her now? Let's continue.
It seems to me that Jodie Sue was angry and plucked out of the air, put together some rumours that have been knocking about in the true crime community for a while. I could play you clip after clip of things that Jodie Sue said over the last year. Well, since September, when she became known to all of us. She became known to all of us in September because her 16 videos that she made all about the 15th of June and Jackie Dobbs and da-da-da-da-da was brought over from her Facebook to YouTube. People started playing them on YouTube. But she'd been talking on her Facebook page for forever, since before Summer disappeared. This is how we've got clips of Geordie Sue talking about the land dispute, being pretty threatening towards anybody who bought that 2-acre parcel of land that was for sale, that was bought by Jackie Dobbs. The sale completed on the 1st of June, just 15 days before Summer disappeared. She called this land deal, plus the tree trimmers and all the things that were going on in that holler during the week Summer disappeared, as the perfect storm. But in those very early videos that she did, immediately after her disappearance, I mean, she was talking the night of Summer's disappearance. Squantit has got all of these recorded on her channel, and she played them in one 7.5-hour video. But some of them are still up on Geordie Sue's Facebook now. Whether she'll private them all now, who knows? But last time I checked, these were still up on her Facebook. She talks about when she was searching for Summer, and then she says, oh no, it was when we were looking for the weirdo, meaning Jackie Dobbs. Because on the 14th, the day before Summer disappeared, they got Jackie Dobbs off his own property by calling the cops because they said he was trespassing on their land. And he's never been able to use that land since. Jackie was chased off. The cops were called on him on the 14th. Yet, Geordie Sue, in the weeks ensuing after Summer's disappearance, she was one of the people who was pointing the finger at Jackie Dobbs. She's also pointed the finger at various other people. She claimed categorically that Summer was loved and wanted by everybody in the community. She was cherished, a cherished child, and there's no way that the parents could have done this. She continued to support Candice for months. Now, if she knew that Andy, who she was still living with at the time, was supplying drugs for the children, why on earth did she make those videos saying that Summer was loved and cherished and there's no way that the parents were involved? Why did she do that? But then she fell out with Candice because allegedly Candice wanted her to change her story about seeing Don in the shower or getting out of the shower with Summer 2 days before Summer disappeared, because she said that she was...
Well, we know that's a lie because you can't see the bathroom from the living room or outside. So you literally have to go through the kitchen to get to the bathroom. So unless she was standing in the kitchen, she would have never seen that.
At the Wells property in a vehicle at the front door. And she saw Summer out of the shower.
See, that's a bull-faced lie. How did she see Summer coming out of the bathroom and then Don following? You literally you cannot see it from a vehicle inside that house. You can see the main room, but you cannot see the kitchen or the bathroom. So he's lying there.
Naked, being a brat because she needed a towel. But she also allegedly saw Don. So can she see through walls? There's no way she could have known Don was in or getting out of the shower. From her vantage point, there's no way it could have happened. So why did she say it? But after this, she turned on Candice and Don. She turned on them. She talked about the peeping Tom at her property.
Yeah, her
who
son.
She believed to be Don.
No,
she
it was
made
her son.
all sorts of claims. She claimed, now this...
No, her son's the peeping Tom, nobody else. Well, I'm sure there is other ones, but her son was caught peeping in people's windows.
fairly early on, she claimed that she heard Candice when she was down at the bottom of the Wells driveway looking for Summer. You know, the first person to be looking for Summer. Before she even knew the story of her going missing. She said, she told Candice, she shouted up to Candice that she was looking. Well, why were you looking that early in the investigation? You didn't know any details. Anyway, that's secondary to what she heard Candice say, because she heard Candice say to the boys, "What have you done?" And the eldest boy said back, "Nothing, Mama, nothing, I swear." Geordie Sue claims that she heard this conversation while she was down the bottom
at the bottom of the hill.
Wells.
Ain't no fucking way if you're at the bottom of the driveway, you're going to hear up that fucking hill unless they were screaming. I stood at the bottom of that driveway. There is no, you can't even see up the fucking driveway to see the house. So I don't know what the fuck this woman is talking about.
Driveway. She kind of put it out there a little, but in a very kind of guarded manner. And she always said she didn't want to talk about what the boys said, which was a good thing, because those boys need protecting. Those boys are minors. But then, a few months later, she claims that the boys told her that the last time they saw Summer was at swing set. Now, I made a video about this swing set, because they don't have a swing set, but she claims that that's what the boys said. But they have a rope swing, so why they call it the swing set, I don't know. Or why Geordie Sue alleges that the boys said the last time they saw Summer was at the swing set.
They probably said they seen her at the swing.
There isn't a swing set. She's claimed loads of things. She's had various stories. She's always been consistent about her timeline, about alleging to have heard a scream between 4:30 and 4:42. But in the texts that she put on Facebook between her and Andy on that day, she said she heard a noise. I think it was something like 14 minutes past 2 that she'd heard a noise. And there was nothing in that text exchange about hearing a scream between 4:30 and 4:42. Now, Andy, in the live with CSI, was asked about the scream, and he said, yeah, Geordie Sue told him about it. So she had this story. Right from the outset, she told Candice and Don, she told law enforcement, allegedly. We know Candice knew about the scream early on because some audio of Candice was sent over to Crazy Crime Chick on the 20th of June. So we know that the scream was in the timeline early on. And I've always believed this scream. I've always believed Geordie Sue's timeline because it's been consistent throughout. But there's so many inconsistencies elsewhere, so many versions of this story that it's now impossible to believe anything that she says. So is this why Sheriff Ronnie Lawson has come out publicly? One of the few things that law enforcement have said about the case is that the scream is unfounded. So it begs the question, why has Sheriff Lawson said that? Yeah, the scream can't be corroborated because no one else heard it. But is it because he knows she's telling a lot of BS to people? Indeed, there's a clip that, again, I played on a video the other day, a couple of days ago, but I also put it on Michelle Walks. It's from Kramer Mama's channel. Kramer Mama's managed to clip this, a video, I don't know where that video is now, but of Geordie Sue saying that she's feeding YouTube information, you know, basically lies, cackling like an evil witch about feeding YouTube lies for their videos, making stuff up. I submit to you that she's in the ear of Fred Hill and told him to make up lies. Some lies, maybe there's some truth in what Fred said, but why would Fred say he saw Andy between 3 and 3:30 on Ben Hill Road? Why would he say that and tell a really convincing story about it when Sue consistently said Andy was at work all day on camera, except at some point she came out and said that he wasn't? If these claims have been made against Andy about him supplying drugs to minors, to the Wells children, making claims that Summer was abused while sedated, and if Andy does not have an alibi for June 15th, I say again, why has Andy never been arrested? Questioned. I submit to you that all of this is just more BS. If it's true, and she's put that out into the public domain, and yeah, I know these have been rumours all along, but she's put all this out in the public domain, she's hampering the investigation at the very least. At the very least, this is hampering the investigation. This is implicating minor children in the disappearance of their sister. That's appalling. And any channel that's supporting Geordie Sue from now on, I think you need to address your own morals. Because, right, look at what Geordie Sue did, how she reacted. You know, she made videos slagging me off like I care because I didn't watch them. When it came out that Geordie Sue's son had been found creeping around in the woods on the Wells property, look at how she reacted. When I made a video about this, she reacted because that's her child. And how dare anyone talk about her child? Look, at the time Summer disappeared, Damien Bernard, known allegedly as Andy Jr. in the Beach Creek area, was an adult. He was 19 years old at the time Summer disappeared. The dates of him creeping around in the woods, which I didn't know initially, were August, 2 days in August, so 2 months after Summer's disappearance. But she flipped, she blew every gasket in her tiny brain about that, about me and others talking about her child. Well, he was an adult, and witnesses, 6 I believe, 6 witnesses saw him in the woods on 2 occasions, creeping around. And Geordie Sue gave him an alibi of sorts. She was down there on Ben Hill Road claiming that her son, her adult son Damien, was just checking the mail, but he was nowhere near the mailbox when he came out of the woods. So I speculated, well, was he the peeping Tom? Was he, if he was creeping around in the woods and caught at that time, was he creeping around in the woods before Summer disappeared? Was he creeping around in the woods the day Summer disappeared? Was he the Andy or the Anthony that Hunter talked about? You know, the creeper guy in the woods that Don allegedly rang Candice about. Now, Candice denied this. How would Don know this? Well, if he was at work, maybe the boys rang him and told him that there was a creepy guy hanging around in the woods. I don't know why Candice would deny it, but is it? Was it Andy Jr.?
Yeah.
Is this why Geordie Sue has made up this complete story? Who knows? I don't know. I can speculate on it. I can say, well, that version of events makes sense. But if he was creeping around in the woods in August, well, he's got a form for it maybe. Or was he just spying because she knew there were people there at the Wells that she chose to spy on and sent Damien up there to listen? She flipped her lid. when her adult son was implicated in nefarious things on the Wells property. But yet she's got the audacity to say that a minor child who was 12 at the time, who was 11 when he went to Utah, was being abusive. She's got the audacity to say that, but yet can't stand it when people talk about her adult son. How does she think Candice feels about people talking about her son that way? Don's in jail. How do you think he feels about people talking about his son in that way? That boy, people know his identity. That boy is likely to be watching YouTube, or at least watch YouTube in the future, about his missing sister. How do you think he feels about being accused of abuse? Look at how being named in this case has affected Hunter, who was 15 at the time Summer disappeared. You can't make claims like that. She says she's got receipts. Well, where are the receipts? Have you given those receipts to law enforcement? How can you prove that Andy was supplying drugs? Now, he might have been supplying weed to Candice, but extraordinary claims need big evidence to back them up. So where is your evidence that he was supplying drugs to children that you knew about? You say you knew about before Summer disappeared. Well, how come you continued to support Andy and support Candice? How come you did that? It makes you an accessory to knowledge that is very much illegal. Now, you can say that you were an abused woman and it was because of DV that you couldn't say anything, but why be online talking about the case from ground zero? If you're that abused, Jodie Sue, why did you not just keep your mouth shut and not say anything? Because if you knew Andy was implicated but you couldn't say anything, why come online the very day Summer disappeared, making up a bunch of BS? How come you did that? We can't believe anything you say, but it's absolutely disgusting. However, where you spin this, whether it's true or not, it's disgusting that you've put this out there. And if this is a lie just to get at Andy, that is a work of a very, very sick mind. It absolutely is. So that's what I've got to say about this at the moment. I'm just appalled. Appalled. I supported Jodie Sue for so long, but I've seen her for what she is now, and that is the work of a sick mind. I'm sorry. That's all I can say on it. So, let me know what you think in the comments below. I've been Michelle. Hope you will. See you in the next video. Goodbye from Miss Tillington and Miss Cassie Springer. Hello. Hello.
All right. So that's the end of that. So basically she's saying that all the shit that Jodie, just like I said, everything that she has said is bullshit. You can't believe not a word this woman says. That's what I'm saying. So it's just going back one. What do we learned? What do we know? Nothing. Nothing. And it's crazy. Oh Lord.
JLR, Justice for Summer Wells. A lot of you guys send me tips in my email on where summer could be, or give me names of individuals that need to be looked at, or anything in reference to summer wells. Get a lot of emails. And a lot of you have been sending me emails about the Eastman chemical plant in Kingsport. A lot of you are saying, check the chemical plant. Many people that are sending me messages
You can't even get in there.
Psychics and mediums. I see a lot of posts out there about the Eastman chemical plant in Kingsport. I drove past that chemical plant. It is a very big chemical plant. Check this out.
Jonathan Lee Riches, aka JLR. A lot of people have seen on the map near the home of Allie and Hunter, an Eastman chemical plant. And not sure if it has any relevance whatsoever to summer, but I am just showing you the perspective of what the Eastman plant looks like. And here it is. And it goes on for quite a distance. So I'm just going to show you here what it looks like.
It's a bubble. It's like a city inside of a city. Like, you cannot get into Eastman without a badge.
I would assume that it is the biggest employer here in Kingsport, Tennessee, possibly Sullivan County. It's big over here. Big.
Continue on Lincoln Street for 3/4 of a mile.
I mean, Eastman's got its own bank. They got a grocery store. Eastman's got a whole fucking thing just for their employees. You cannot get in there without a badge. So, no, she would not be there at all. There's no way of getting in there without a badge. So I mean, you can get on the parking lot, but you can't go past the parking lot.
In a 1/4 mile, keep left to stay on Lincoln Street.
By the home.
So it doesn't make any sense. Like, it's just bullshit. Like, there's too many bullshit stories going on now. Sorry, y'all, I got sidetracked. Supposedly, they're talking to Pelosi about sending out a $2,000 $2,000 stimulus check, but it looks like it's going to end up being $1,050 for low income. But then you see other ones that, let's see, what were the other ones I got? So this one said 1050. This one says 350 stimulus checks are critical. Then you got, wow, you won't believe what Biden just said. Major inflation checks. Like, it's crazy. The United States government is not going to send us out any more fucking money than they've already done. They're regretting sending us out that money anyway. We can't be a country like UK or Canada or anything like that where they actually take care of their fucking people. Actually. Like, it's crazy.
And ever, but I can. You know, I can face it and look at you now and say, hey, thank you. That means a lot. Oh, you know, I'm not even looking at the channels. I don't pay attention to the channels. I see hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of emails, and dare I say thousands of messages about what's going on.
What's the matter, baby girl? Baby boy. Alright, well, I'm done with this live for now. I'm going to try to do a video.
Finally, I get to get
But
back
I will
to my
talk
own
to y'all
YouTube
later. Love y'all. Love your faces. See you next time.
and try to figure out what the hell